Today we are here to study or diagnose the fall off of Boston Market. If you are not familiar with Boston Market, it was a really popular chain on the East Coast predominantly. It was founded in 1985 as Boston Chicken. It changed its name to Boston Market at 1995. And after that, I used to frequent Boston Market at one point, literally once a week. They have rotisserie chickens and sides that I used to think were delicious. About 3 or 4 years ago, I hadn't been there in a couple of years and I tried it, was disgusting. Since then, they have been embroiled in all sorts of legal stuff. They have been filing for bankruptcy. This is their third time they're going for it as of February of 2024. They have been sued multiple times by food distributors for not paying them. They have been called out by the New Jersey Department of Labor and had to shut down all of their locations for not paying their employees. Also in Massachusetts and in multiple states, they've been closed down. So I have a Boston Market near me. I need to figure out what the hell happened. So I am here. I spent $50 of my own money, got some cornbread, 3 different meals, and this delightful cookie. I didn't even know this was open. I'm driving past, there's a sign that says, now open. I walked in, mind you, this is a location I used to go to all the time. It's like a ghost town. Most of the equipment they use to cook, there's only one rotisserie going with like 5 chickens. Most of the sides look like they've been sitting there for whatever, and there was 2 people in there. This place used to be jumping, so it's kind of sad to see. But drop a thumbs up, man. We're gonna see if the food is any good. The first thing that I noticed immediately, Boston Market used to give you stuff in paper bags with their own stationery on it. I got a thank you Chinese food bag, which is right here, and a bag with this is the cornbread, with nothing on it. So they're already skimping money on like getting just their own stationery, like, you know, that save money, which I understand. But I got 3 different meals. All of my stuff that I used to really enjoy, so 6 different sides and 3 different proteins, 1 dessert, and some cornbread, which actually used to hit. First, I'm gonna start off with what was my go-to. This was the Boston Market meal I got all the time. So I got a quarter chicken, didn't get the half because it's only me, and then 2 sides. This is their premium side. They now charge extra for this. 69 cents extra to get cream spinach. What the hell is Biker boys, go ahead and get it, bro. What the hell is premium about this that you're now charging extra? 69 cents extra for this. The mac and cheese used to be my favorite side. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, there's plastic on here. I don't want to blame them for me getting plastic on my own. And the plastic fell right on top of my cream spinach. Let's try this for a 3rd time. I'm not editing that. I'm telling y'all, I'm an imperfect person. This is what we do here. Okay. First of all, I don't know what the hell is on the top of this cream spinach, but can you see that? That white, whatever this is? All right. Cream spinach was my favorite side. It's not that bad. It's not bad. It's not as good as it used to be, but it does taste close to what it was. Very creamy, a note of Parmesan in this that was always in it. There does taste like there's something missing with this. The spinach has a nice texture and a nice flavor to it. It's not as elite as I remember it, but I wouldn't mind eating this. I'm gonna be real. That's a better side than a lot of places around here that are chain or fast food chicken chains. I'm gonna give that an 8.5 out of 10. I picked that before, a lot of them. Let's go over here to the macaroni and cheese. This is exactly what I used to get every time. Cream spinach, mac and cheese, quarter white. It doesn't look the same as it used to, I can tell right away. Holy shit, that's, oh, I'm sorry, hold on a second. I am not one of a very extra person like that. I think that cheese or something has like spoiled. I'm not joking with you. Like that tasted almost like a spoiled milk aftertaste. I'm not that person, bro. Like if you see me spit something out, nah, I'm not taking an extra bite of that. That's rancid. Like it's literally rancid. I'm gonna continue to eat this because this is why we're here. But for something that used to be my favorite, you can almost tell by the look at it that it looks old. Like they saved this or something. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like the noodles are like falling apart and they don't look fresh. And that's definitely, I have to change forks on this. That's really bad. That I'm not saying it's spoiled. I'm not saying that tastes old. Like legit, that's an aftertaste and a half, man. I'm gonna rate it a 0 out of 10. That's really bad. All right, let's go to the chicken. This is a quarter white. They had the rotisseries going. This, I hope, never fails. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the white meat, so this might be a little dry, but rotisserie still should be somewhat. Like Costco rotisserie and Walmart and Sam's Clubs to me are the gold standard. It's edible. What this tastes like to me is, again, I'm a person who frequented Boston Market all the time, and I eat a lot of rotisserie chickens. Same thing, it's old. So the skin is kind of like dried out, whereas when you get a rotisserie and it's a good one, like Costco is the gold standard again, in my opinion, it doesn't dry out as much even with the breast. So this isn't moist at all. You can see kind of by this bark right here that I don't know how long this has been sitting, but it's been sitting long enough to know. You can also tell when the wing dries out like this, almost like they reheated this. Look at that. I don't even have to get in there to tell y'all what's going on here. Anybody who's ever eaten chicken knows this bite is about to be terrible. And he does it anyway, right? Yeah. I would eat this. To be honest, I wouldn't pay $11.99 for this with the two sides, but I've eaten old rotisserie chicken, so I'm not gonna say, oh, that's not me. But to pay $11.99 for this is crazy. Like, they should charge you half price like they do at supermarkets when they give you the older stuff, because that's what it reminds me of. Rotisserie, rated against any rotisserie I've ever had, I'd give that a 2 out of 10. But I'd still eat it. The only thing that is saving it is that it's edible. Doesn't really have much flavor. I used to get the ribs a lot too. So this is a rib, this is a $15 meal. It looks like they gave me a big ass thing of ribs, so I'm not mad at that. The sauce looks a little off, but the stuffing, they don't have much sides anymore. The stuffing and the corn is on this one. I have to get a new fork. Let's start with the rib. Oh man, yeah, you can tell this is just old. Like really old. Just look at this right here, this piece. See that? But yeah, it's really old. It's dry. It's old. There's 2 employees in there, and they're like laughing and chilling. They know nobody want to eat this. The sauce. This isn't inedible. It's just bad. The sauce. I got one of the employees right there. She's open the door. I guess it's getting hot in there. I'm right outside. I don't care. They looking at me. What's up? The sauce is a decent sauce. It's a sweet sauce. It's not very tangy. Just straight sugar when it comes to the barbecue sauce. But there's no anything to this. It's a really, really dry rib. Like biting it and chewing it, it almost tastes like pork tenderloin. How dry it is. That's not what you want in a rib. But I would say it's probably less old than the chicken. And anybody saying, well, then you went at a bad time, I just want you to know. Can I show you the time? Here. This will be easier. Can y'all see that? It is 6:30 p.m. This is dinner time. I'm not here late there should be something that maybe an hour old tops. This you can tell is several hours old, probably because they're not moving them and they're telling them not to make it, which I understand. But yeah, those ribs are not the best. I would give them a 4 out of 10. You can get better ribs at like a supermarket, and I'm talking about the ones you can get from like the not the ready-made section, but like buy the meat. You know when they got the ones you can just like microwave? I'd probably take that over this. Now we got the stuffing, which for whatever inconspicuous, oh, this is not, no, what the hell is that? I'm not, again, there are peas in this stuffing. Peas. I have never seen green peas and carrots in a stuffing. She also put gravy in this, which I asked her to, so hopefully it can bring this up, but it tastes like stovetop with peas in it. I don't mind it. It's not bad. It's definitely not good, but so far I see I can get 2 sides out of this. That's also a little old, but it worked with the stuffing because I poured gravy on it. The peas are weird. The texture, it's not that mushy, which is surprising. But again, it really just tastes like straight up stovetop. Was never a side that I got a lot, but since I got 6 different sides, I got my other 2 favorite sides with the next meal. I would give that a 5 out of 10. It's average. And then we got some corn, which, I mean, you can't screw up corn, can you? So this is just straight up corn. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy when I say this. The corn has oil on it, but not butter. It tastes like oil. I'm getting an oil aftertaste, like vegetable oil. They could have just left it plain and it probably would have been better, but I'm getting I don't know what they did with that. Maybe it keeps it longer. I don't know. Man, there's somebody else coming here. I almost want to tell them nothing. I'm sorry. I give that a 3 out of 10. That's really, you could have given me a can of corn, I probably would have liked it more, but I'm just tasting oil. This is tough, man. I just wanted to see what was what, but I can definitely see why. Each of our 3 meals was another one that I used to get. I only got these 3 things. This is the meatloaf. It does not look the same as the old meatloaf. Even I did a Boston Market video in 2020 when I was just starting out. The meatloaf didn't look like this, but it looks like there's a meat gravy on this, which wasn't there. Then we have some mashed potatoes and some of these sweet potatoes, which I used to really love, the sweet potatoes. I'm gonna start with these because these were excellent back in the day. Really sweet. They're not as sweet as they used to be, and they're texturally off. The texture's really weird. Let me get this pipe with the marshmallow in it. There's almost a gritty texture to this where they used to be really smooth, and it's not. And they don't use as much sugar as they used to. These used to be so sweet that, like, I still loved them. I still like them, but it definitely, you can tell. You can tell that they've been cutting corners with this place. Like, it's becoming blatantly obvious, and it shows. Again, I'm a person who works every week, so I'm familiar with these tastes, and they just, less sugar, no butter, a little bit of marshmallow. It just doesn't hit like it used to, but it's still not bad, and still better than most sides, or a lot of sides from, like, chicken chains. I'm gonna give that a 7 out of 10. This used to be like a 9 out of 10 for me. And we got the mashed potatoes in their turkey gravy. Looks like there's some giblets on this too, like some turkey giblets, but this is the other side I used to order all the time. Can't go wrong with that. Their gravy has more flavor than, like, some chicken chains. I still prefer, like, Popeyes, but honestly better than KFC's gravy. And the mashed potatoes are whipped, so you know what you're getting with that. But I like the flavor on that turkey gravy. So not bad. Not bad. I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10. And then we got, I picked up this mashed potato, or this they look like the texture of mashed potatoes. It, like, fell apart when I picked it up. I'm not gonna lie, this is the meatloaf. It doesn't look like meatloaf. The texture of this is like, it's not meatloaf texture. It doesn't necessarily taste that bad though, but it looks like dog food. The texture of this is so soft, like almost like soggy, which I've never had, but it doesn't necessarily taste bad, but the texture's throwing me off. The gravy's got a strong beef flavor to it. No mashed potatoes. If they fixed the texture on that, it wouldn't be bad, but I don't really mind the taste of it. Texturally, I don't know if I could eat it just because it's throwing me off a little bit, but I sit here and take, like, multiple bites. But again, look away if you're, like, grossed out easily. But you can see it's just like, this one actually looks like it's tighter, but you can see the loaf of meat is weird. Now, weird texture, man. But I don't mind the gravy. Of course, I'm talking from a chain restaurant point. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. All these meals, this meatloaf one was $13, the ribs one was $15, and the chicken was $11, respectively. I don't think any of this is really worth it for what they're charging and what it is. We do have cornbread, which I used to get a ton of these. I'm just gonna pull out 2 of them just to show you how, like, look at the difference between these 2. So this is the one, I guess it's older, you can see. So it's like a luck of the draw. This one looks fresher, and this one is burnt to hell. So I'm gonna eat the one that's not burnt. Really dry. I used to love these. I'm dry as hell compared to what it used to be. That's almost crazy. Oh, man. Damn. It's probably really old, and you could probably heat it up and save it, but I'm not anywhere near a microwave. I just, texturally, it's extremely dry, and it doesn't have the same butter that it used to have. Those used to be really buttery, and they're not anymore. I'm gonna give that a 4 out of 10. Last, I saw this on the way to the register, so we got a chocolate chip cookie. The reason I got this is because there seem to be so many chocolate chips in here that it just looked like this gotta be pretty good, right? Ton of chocolate chips in here. Costs like $3. I think that's actually, it is a brownie. It's a brownie is what it is. Okay, so you got the brownie. Oh, damn. Okay. That's why you gotta have a vacuum in the car at all times. Let's see. No, good. Damn good cookie. Boy, this feels good right now after having all that stuff. Now this thing is delicious. Ton of brownies in here, ton of chocolate in here. There's more brownie than cookie, which for me is a massive W. I would get this. Like, I would walk in here just to buy like a batch of these and walk out. One of the better, if not the best that I've had in a very long time. And I've had cookies from almost every chain restaurant. No joke. I'll give this a 9.6 out of 10. And the most surprising thing I have had in a long time in a dessert game. Again, I was a big fan of Boston Market. I had thought they closed down for good. And when I saw the now open thing, I said, let me just go in here and see what's good. But it's very apparent that with all of their legal troubles and the lawsuits, and again, they filed bankruptcy 3 times in the last few years. Every time it almost gets denied, their lawsuits get denied and so on. So people are still suing them. They didn't pay their employees. Like I said, it's just massive things. And you can tell that they're trying to cut costs wherever they can. So I'm noticing that there's a lack of certain ingredients in here, butter, sugar, things that I guess they could cut costs on from their distributors. Again, they probably have issues with their distributors because they're different now because they got sued by their old one. And it's very apparent. A lot of the stuff is different. It tastes different. It's texturally different. And it's just all around not very good. I've been here for about 35 minutes. I have seen one car pull up, which was here when I got here. And one person pull up and they're gone already. I don't think they got anything. But it does look like a shell of itself. The menu, even though there's a sign outside that says nuggets, they're not available. There's a sign outside that says wings, they're not available. There's a combos that are on the website, they're not available. It's very apparent. It's only a matter of time before I would think this place is no longer there. And it's a shame because I believe they were acquired by a company in 2020, and this is probably a part of their plan. Another thing where corporate greed just gets a hold of something that used to be really good, and it's no longer good. So I don't really feel bad saying that this place is trash, but it's absolute trash. It fell off. It's nothing going. It's just corporate stuff ruining what used to be a good thing. And like many places, as they get acquired by these companies, they don't really care about the quality. They care about just making profits and turning something in the books, and it just shows up. It's a shame. I used to really love this place. I went here with my family as a kid. I went here, believe it or not, me and my ex used to go here all the damn time. Like, she liked it just as much as me. We go here all the time and get a meal. So it was a place that, again, I ate all the time. Now, this is like, for me personally, like saying Pizza Hut fell off or something like that. And on a personal standpoint, this is a place I love. Done. It's chalked. I ain't coming back. So I wanted to do this. You can see the look of like sad on my face because I'm just looking at what it used to be. Place used to be jumping, man. And now I got Purina meatloaf. But, you know, I try to keep it honest with people, man. It is what it is. And yeah, it's hot as hell. It's 97 degrees in Jersey right now, and I'm out here in the car. But I'm still having fun, man. I appreciate y'all so much. This is so sad, man. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.